of the video, we were collecting Japanese maple seeds, some to start in containers, some for a giveaway. It's been close to around 24 hours since I placed these seeds in water. You can see there's a bunch of seeds that had kind of gone down to the base of the water. Those are viable. The ones that are floating, they're most likely not viable. You can probably tell that there's not too many that's floating, so I think we had good results, as a majority have sunken. So the goal is to prioritize the ones that have sunk, and then we'll prioritize the ones that float lastly. So we're going to place all of these in soil regardless. We're just going to place the ones that have sunk first, then add the floaters along with the sinkers. So we separated out the sinkers, which these are the viable seeds, from the floaters. You can see we didn't get too many floaters. I mean, it's probably like a quarter of like the actual good stuff, so not too bad. But overnight I had soaked these containers in like a soapy solution. I also cleaned them up really good, but we're going to do one more step to these containers that we're going to put the seeds in, which is spray them down with rubbing alcohol. So I poured 99% rubbing alcohol into a bottle, which we're just going to spritz around these containers, including the seal tray. We'll let it dry. By the way, you do not want to get that isopropyl on your seeds because that'll end up possibly taking out the seeds and they won't be viable anymore. So don't rush the process. I did spray the bottom side as well, just to make sure everything was clean. I'm going to give it around 10 minutes to dry. I'll come back to it with the soil as I'm prepping that. For my mixture, I didn't really do any soil math or anything like that, but I did add pumice, peat moss, and perlite into these bowls here, mix it up, made sure it was like really well draining, you know, so the water just goes right through it, but it can also hold the water with the peat moss. That's given you don't allow it to completely dry out. You can see all that up in there. That's going to increase the drainage really well. Since I got my soil mixture together, I did boil some water, or at the time that I was doing the soil mixture. We're waiting on it to come to a bit more of a boil before pouring it over top of the soil. And what this will do is it'll help kind of take out some of the bacteria in the soil. So while we're waiting on the water to come to a boil, I think it's fair to explain that Japanese maple seeds, they're kind of like hard to get them to germinate due to bacterial infections on the seed or whatever causes them not to sprout. And the seeds are also easy to kind of rot over the winter month, so that's why I'm kind of taking all these precautions. They're not really necessary. You can just grab some soil mixture and just throw the seeds across and add some water and they may come up, but I want to increase the amount that I'll actually have germinate. In fact, I'm hoping for something in every tray, if not at least 75% of this sill tray. Another step I did take was I added a drop of Dawn dish soap into the water and mixed the seeds up along with it just to make sure they were kind of clean and like sanitized a little bit. Other than that, you guys are caught up. And if you do the Dawn dish soap thing, make sure you rinse off the seeds. Don't leave the soap on there like afterward. I only rinsed it for, I think it was only maybe less than a minute, probably like 40 seconds. So I just remembered something, and it was that I had these containers and they have a lot more air holes, so a lot better drainage as well. We might end up having to use these instead. I also thought about how it's probably going to be easier to remove the seedlings from this container than it is from these here, because I'll have to take them out individually, where with this I can just separate them once they've hardened off. When I first started gardening, I actually collected a ton of this fabric here because I was going to cover the garden in fabric, but that was before I knew better. So I ended up not doing it, and now I have extra black fabric, so I'll be using this for my seed starting. So the water was boiled. I'm just gonna pour it in here, let it drain out, and let it cool down. I don't just do this with only my Japanese maple seedlings. I do with all my seeds. I'll boil the actual seed mixture just to make sure it's a little bit more on the sanitary side. And right now it's so hot, it's very, very, very important you let it cool down. Otherwise you could end up baking your seeds, and you don't want to do that. So now that the soil cooled, I placed the seeds at the top of the actual soil. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them slightly, because they only should be barely covered, just about the actual height of the seeds themselves. Like this should be good. Lastly, if you can get it, put chicken wire over the top so mice don't get into your actual seeds, because you'll be leaving these either outdoors or somewhere where it's really cold. If you have a cold frame, you can do that. If you have a probably unheated garage that probably gets down to like in the 20s, you can use that as well. Or even a basement that's really cold. In my case, I'll probably leave one inside the actual basement and one outdoors, and we'll just see how the results differ. But all right guys, I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know my hands are dirty. Catch you later. Peace.